All right, guys, we got a 2013 Toyota Camry. We got a bad tensioner. The belt was squealing really bad with the AC on. But anyways, we're gonna replace this tensioner. Right now, our pulley has gone. It's making an annoying noise, humming noise. So the bearing inside is gone. So what you want to do is, it's a very simple job. You want to take a 14mm wrench. You want to yank on this tensioner just like that. You see that? It's really soft. It doesn't have too much of force. So it's not holding the belt properly. So you pull this back, and with the other hand, what you want to do is, you want to just slip the belt off. You could take it off the water pump, anywhere you like. You can even take it off the alternator. But I'm not getting a good grip here since I am talking while we're doing this. So I'm going to just take it off the water pump here. Just be careful you don't hurt your fingers. And after that, just let it go. If it doesn't come out all the way, you're going to have to take it off, all of it, completely. So it's going to be a very simple job. Come on, let me get this guy off somehow, some way. So I'm going to take it off the tensioner pulley instead, because the water pump, it just jams up on the other side. So I'm going to have to put my camera down. So I'm going to just pull this down and remove the belt. There's our belt. So just take the belt and just move it out of the way. Now we're going to work on this center bolt right there. Okay, it's a 12mm. Okay, so what I want to do is, from right down here, I want to put my 12mm wrench here. It's a gear wrench. So it's going to be a very simple job, okay? You could do it with one hand. Anyways, the part number on this guy, Gates 39106. That's the part number. So once it's loose, I should be able to just turn it by hand. Now the camera I can't see, but all I'm doing is turning the bolt by hand. And there's what the bolt looks like so far. The belt is on the way a bit, but that's fine. So we should be able to wiggle the tensioner around and the bolt around and get this bolt out of the way. And the tensioner and the bolt is gonna come out together just like that. That's how simple that baby is. So remember, your tensioner has this little guy, and we got this little guy right here. So it sits on to that little hole right there on the top. So this thing sits in that direction, and that little guy gotta sit onto that hole right here. You see that hole right there? So make sure your belt doesn't mess up your waist. Anyways, let's take this bolt. Let's take this tensioner. We're gonna stick this baby down there with one hand. All this is gonna be done with the one hand. Like I said, it's not enough clearance for the camera to see. And I dropped the whole thing. I'm gonna have to go fish it somehow, some way. We're not gonna see it for nothing from here, but the car is nice and cold. I should be able to grab it. Oh, and it falls to the ground. Good thing it falls to the ground. One hand mechanic. Anyways, number 2. Okay, so you're holding it and you're turning it at the same time. That's what you're doing. So make sure your bolt sits properly, and make sure that center dobby. Okay, I got that guy sitting there right now, but make sure this little guy sits right where it's supposed to be at. You can see it from the top. And I'm gonna hand tighten this, okay? So if you guys need torque specs, you got a lot on my channel today, but I'm gonna hand tighten this baby as long as everything is centered. So this was a main issue. So yeah, the bearing was gone. It was making a lot of noise. Plus, we was having a belt squeak, a lot of belt squeak as soon as we put the AC on, and that was due to a bad tensioner. We had to replace the belt before, but that didn't work out. But today, we got down to this guy. So we're gonna put this belt onto the alternator. So what you want to do now is, you want to pull on the tensioner, have your belt ready to go on. So all you're gonna do is yank this baby back just like that. So there's no way for me to put camera anywhere. So just, okay, why am I using a 12? So back on the 14, you're gonna pull the tensioner back, and you're gonna slip the belt on. So much stronger, okay? I feel this thing much stronger. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up the job. There it is. Very easy to do belt tensioner on this Camry. Make sure your belt is good on the water pump, crank pulley, AC, compressor, alternator, and bada bing, bada boom. Nice and tight, and we're all done. Thank you for watching.